So hello YouTubers, it's your girl Lady Ray. Thought I'd get out the bed. I know I don't want all my posts to be about me laying in the bed, but I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. After dialysis yesterday, I had to be admitted into the hospital and have a blood transfusion. Once I had the blood transfusion, it was throughout the hours of the night. But once I had the blood transfusion, I came home. So luckily all I had to do was have a blood transfusion, but that was a lot. It was over. I left the hospital at like 5:45, so I'm a little tired. Came home, ate breakfast, did the usual routine. Had a doctor's appointment today. Everything went good. Uh, now I'm waiting for my physical therapist to come out so we could do a little bit of therapy. You know, a little workout for the girl. I just basically wanted to encourage someone because I've actually been feeling some type of way about a lot of different things lately, and I had talked to my big sister on yesterday, and she was just basically telling me that, in spite of everything, that I go through, and, that God is basically always in full control because I have a connection with God, but I'm trying to draw a better connection with God. So she just basically was, just telling me that, she encouraged me. So I would like to encourage someone else that in spite of all that we go through, in spite of how people may treat us, in spite of when things look like it's a mess and it's not a mess, if you turn to God and have faith in God and whatever you're going through, God can fix it and He can work it out. In spite of all of our trials and our tribulation, God is always there. I started reading my word more, which helps, it helps build your spirit, man. So when you feel your flesh rising, your spirit won't, when you feel your flesh rising, your spirit will rise before your flesh will rise, so you won't be so quick to act. Like, for instance, if somebody do something to you on your job and you just basically feel as though, it's not right, and instead of like acting out or cursing that person out, your spirit man will rise up and be like, you know what, it's not even worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, God always has the last say. Like, at the end of the day, if we feed our spirits more, then our spirit will override our flesh. Meaning that if you read your word more, you listen to a little gospel music more. Like I said in a couple of my other videos, I'm not perfect, nor do I claim to be perfect. I do a lot of things that I know that I shouldn't do, that are not perfect in the eyesight of God. But if we try, and if we keep faith, and if we keep pushing, and if we keep encouraging one another, we can get through that thing. And like I said, like, all things are possible through Christ, and I'm a strong believer in that. Regardless of how people may treat you, regardless of any situation you may be going through, regardless of just anything, just pray, stay steadfast, and humble yourself. You have to stay humble, because a lot of us get to a point in our lives where we ask God for something, and we're doing the right thing, we're going to church, we're praying, we're doing this and we're doing that. But as soon as God starts blessing us just a little bit, then He bless you just a little bit more, then a little bit more. Your humbleness starts to wear off. Like, you can't forget where you came from. You know what I mean? Like, you have to love others in spite of how they may treat you, in spite of, you still have to love others as much as you love yourself. And if you just pray, put God first, and remain humble, I'm actually a real strong believer that, you know, God will turn any situation around. I love you guys. Thanks for all your support thus far. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes. You can comment and I'll comment back. You know, we can have our little one-on-ones. It's actually like an outlet for me to do this. So therefore, I'm thankful for that. You know, I just bless God for all things. I bless Him for everything. You know, we all go through a lot, but we just got to keep pushing. And through all that we go through, we'll get through it. And we need to learn to encourage each other more instead of talking about each other. Try to uplift your brother or your sister instead of down talking your brother or your sister. You know what I mean? Like that's what a lot of us do. You know what I'm saying? So be blessed and happy Friday. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. Bye.